Hey everyone, it's me Gavin, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be diving into our continuation of the series, Rate the Burst, this time focusing on the Missilis company, something that I know you guys have been waiting for, so I am once again joined by my cousin Jordan to help me rate each and every single one of these bursts on a scale of 1 to 10 based upon what we think of the animation. So, as always, we will be going through each and every single one of the characters that we do have in order. I have went back and re-recorded everything to make sure that I have sound effects and everything included this time around, so hopefully you guys are happy with that. But without further ado, let's dive into it. So as per usual, we will be going through each and every single one of the animations. I'll let it loop. We'll mute it after we hear the dialogue for each and every single one of these bursts a couple of times. We'll slow it down, critique each and every single frame, and we'll go from there. So first and foremost, we will be starting off with our first character, Admi. Let's check out this burst.
Go back, please. It's for everyone.
Please, it's for everyone, is what I hear.
It's for everyone.
Yeah. Alright, let's slow that down. Okay, so she's a support type character, so I wasn't really expecting a whole lot with this. I feel like this is a really good baseline, something to start with.
Yeah.
It just seems like she's pretty much giving a high five to this cat, right? You see a little bit of that like swirl, and then some of the heart-like animations pop up down in the bottom left-hand side. What do you think?
I just think it's super cute. She's like this cute little character. She's a support, right? She's part of the team. She's got her cats, you know.
It's very cutesy, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm noticing a lot of, like, the little details. Like, you can see some of the stars up in the sky and everything sparkle a little bit, which is really cool to see that level of attention to detail. And then, again, just the little tiny bits of movement, right? The hair, the cat's, like, tail, and everything just kind of, like, jiggling around. And then you also see a couple of, like, it seems like leaves or something flying by from, like, the plant in the background.
Yeah.
So that's pretty sick. I think, again, for a baseline, it's not really, like, crazy. There's not a whole lot of action going on.
And it's super short.
It is. It is very brief.
Yeah.
I would probably give this like a 5 out of 10 myself. What would you rate it?
I would give it a 5 as well.
5?
Yeah. It's just very
middle of the road. It's what you expect, right?
Great base. Yeah, just
basic support character.
Yeah.
That's the kind of animation I would expect for it.
Right.
So 5 for both of us. For Admi, let's move on to our next character, who is a seasonal character that I do not have access to. But I'm not really sure what the volume is going to be like on this. I'll try to go back and adjust it. I just took the PV from the trailer that was shown on the Twitter account for NIKKE, the English official account. So we'll go just based off of that. And I know it's not the best, most ideal recording for it, but anyways, here it is. Let's check it out. Anne Miracle Fairy. I should probably speed it back up, right? I have no idea what she's saying because of the background music. It looks pretty cool though.
It does. I have no idea what she's saying.
If somebody could tell us what she's saying down in the comments below, I'd really appreciate it, but just the background music, which is why I tried to cut it out in my own recordings. Unfortunately, I don't have Anne Miracle Shopper. I know I called her Miracle Fairy, which was bad. That's not right. I guess it's probably just because all like the butterflies and like the fairy looking wings or whatever is the reason for it, but I do think it's really damn cool. I will say that much. I like anything that like has this kind of like LED like wings or whatever, or aura wings just pop up, right? She just takes that fairy and like it seems like she absorbs it, and then like these wings pop out of her back, which I think looks pretty damn sick.
Yeah, it looks good. I love the colors, dude.
Yeah, this was this character was released around like the holidays and everything, so obviously you know that you get that like kind of jingle bell type music in the background, right? I think she looks really damn sick. I do like the burst. I'll say that much. What do you think?
I love the burst, dude. I love the colors, right? The silver and the blue, and especially where she goes, she grabs the fairy and just the wings, dude, when they pop out of her back. That is insane, right?
Yeah, I like
those
that.
colors
and
that little animation,
the little glimmer in her eye too,
yeah,
right?
dude, it's so good.
I think it's pretty sick. I'm a sucker for wings, so I'm going to be a little bit biased on this one.
I am as well.
But I'd probably give this one, in my opinion, it's a high 6, like low 7. So I'd say I'll give it a 7. I'll be very generous and I'll give it a 7. That's what I think.
I would actually say the same, like a high 6, low 7. Same. Yeah.
It's kind of like not a whole lot of action going on, but it's just cool enough.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun. To make it look really damn sick, and yeah, I think it just edges into 7.
Right.
All right, so
Agreed.
7 for both of us. For Anne, Miracle Shopper. I think that's the right... somebody correct me. Is that the right naming? Because I feel like that may have been confused a little bit with Rupee, another character that we will get to in the future. But anyways, we'll move on to our next character, who happens to be Centi.
Raise and rebuild are all-powerful tools.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that too, man.
Are all-powerful tools.
Raise and rebuild our all-powerful tools?
Raise and rebuild are all-powerful tools.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yep.
I think it looks pretty damn cool. We'll slow it down. Dude, the way she just, like, flicks that welding mask.
Yeah.
And then when she, like, rubs her nose, the grease just goes across her face.
It's awesome, dude.
Or, yeah, I don't know. I really like that. There's a little bit of, like, jiggle physics going on there, too. And then, like, the collar bouncing around a little bit on her coat.
Yeah.
Again, a lot of little details, right? Very, like, minute movements. You see, like, the ash and the embers kind of, like, blowing up around her.
And the glow in her eyes, too, is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right? With the flash of the torch that she's using.
Yep.
It's really cool. I like it. I like it a lot.
I do, too, yeah. That soot that she's wiping on her nose, that's awesome. I know all about that. Welding, part of my career, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Hits
it's
home.
great. It hits home, yeah.
But it's really cool because she actually, like, fortifies your defenses and stuff like that. Again, another support type unit. And it's just kind of cool to see her, like, making a weld, right? Which is kind of like, you know, you're fortifying something,
yes,
right?
Exactly.
You're making something a little more solid. I like that a lot. I think it's really damn cool. I would honestly give this one a 7 out of 10 as well.
I would give this one a 7 as well.
7?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
7s for both of us, for Centi. Let's move on to our next character, who is Crow. Speed it back up. I'm going to let it play again just because I messed that up.
Violence is always the answer.
Violence is always the answer.
She's so cool,
Dude.
dude. Yeah.
That
She's
is so sick, dude.
Yeah, she's so cool, man.
She's such a badass, right? I love that. Just like she's just pressing on their phone
Yeah.
to execute like the detonation or whatever for the explosion in the background.
It's so good, like.
And again, you just get like these little like dust particles blowing around behind her, and then as soon as like the explosion goes off, there's just like all kinds of debris in the foreground as well. I'm liking that a lot. The transition.
The transition's awesome. And she's still wearing her coat. Like,
Yep.
she's on the battlefield, blowing stuff up, and she's still wearing her coat. Like, that's awesome.
It's really damn sick, I
Yeah.
think. Again, there's a lot of movement going on. Just the chains on her, like her outfit and everything. You've got like the little bit of like the flames blowing around in the wind, kind of, right? You see there in the at her feet, pretty
Yeah.
much. There's a lot of little attention to detail things. Again, I feel like I'm gonna say that a whole lot this video, but like I just can't help it because the animators are like popping off with these Missilis bursts, in
yeah.
my opinion. This one's really sick though. I like that a lot. What do you think in terms of a rating out of 10?
I would give this one a 7 as well.
7?
Yep.
I'm gonna go 8 because
Yep.
I think it's honestly it's very fitting for her character, right?
Right, yeah.
She's the type of person that's like no nonsense. She's not messing around. It's just like, yeah, I don't care. I'm blowing shit up.
Yeah.
Boom. Here's the command.
She is a badass, I would agree.
Yeah. So I'll go 8. You'll go 7.
Yep.
That's our ratings for Crow. Let's move on to Drake.
Where that came from?
Let's hear that again.
There's more where that came from.
There's more where that came from.
Yep.
Slow it down. Dude, I love that, man.
She's awesome, dude.
I love that. It's just like your pure like war cry, right?
Probably my favorite dressed NIKKE. 100%.
Yeah, that is
Yeah.
a sick villain outfit, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Again, if you know Drake, you know that she's a villain with good intentions.
Yep.
But at the same time, dude, that burst
Yeah.
is sick, right? You just see again the war cry. You see all the like electricity, like lightning bolts and everything, just kind of like going all over the place.
She's so powerful, right? Like, she's just, that aggression, that burst is massive. Like,
Yeah, it's sick.
yeah.
And then again, that last second like screen transition for the burst, where like all like the red just flashes upwards.
Yeah, that's so
Um,
cool, dude.
It's very anime, and I love it.
Yeah, me too.
And it's very reminiscent of like other kind of like rage-induced bursts or like limit breaks and stuff like that I've
Yeah.
seen in other games. That is what I expect to see. Whenever you see a character like just going all out, you want to see that power increase,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
That is a 9 out of 10 for me.
That is a 9 out of 10. Yes,
It's not
100%.
quite a 10 out of 10, but that is definitely a 9.
Yeah.
So a 9 for both of us. for Drake. Base, default, Drake. Moving on to our next character, Drake Villain Racer, which is actually a gacha outfit for Drake, so let's check that out there now. I have no idea what she's saying. It's really low on our end, but that is a very brief burst, in my opinion. I'm going to mute it. Let's slow it down a little bit. Dude, that happens like...
It's fast.
Fast and Furious.
It is so fast,
Again, there are a lot of little attention to detail type things here. Like, you get to see, like, all the neon lights flashing by.
Yeah.
You get to see the
still
cars
using
swerving
her
all
red,
over the place. You got sparks flying up from the road. Again, the little glimmer in her eye. You get to see, again, a little bit of that, like, lightning effect, which I kind of feel is definitely tied to Drake.
Right.
The way that her glasses just kind of bounce on her nose and stuff like that. I really appreciate that. I will say, however, it feels like a downgrade from her base version, right?
It does feel like a downgrade.
I know it's supposed to suit the villain racer aesthetic, but for me personally, if I'm paying for an outfit and this is the burst that I get, probably not going to be overly like happy with that. I would opt more for the base version if I'm going just based upon like, you know, the aesthetic of the burst.
You want it to be as good or better, you know what I mean?
But I've also stated, and you've also stated in previous videos, that we also prefer her base outfit over the racer outfit, right?
100%.
So again, I don't know. If I'm going to pay for an outfit, which is going to end up costing me roughly around, in my own currency, $80, $85,
right?
I don't want to be dropping money on something that looks like this.
Right.
Not that it's bad by any means, but
no, it's
I
not
will
bad.
say
It's still a great animation.
the fact that it's a paid outfit with a different variant for its burst, it definitely detracts from it for me, just because of the fact that money's involved with this.
Yep.
So I would honestly give the rating of this burst a 6. If it wasn't a paid one, maybe a 7, but for me, it's a 6.
This is also a 6 for me.
6?
Yeah.
I honestly, I'm tempted to give it as low as a 4.
Yeah.
Just because it's paid.
I don't want to because of like.
And I know people have spent money on it as well, which is kind of like,
right.
oh man.
I'm curious what other people think of this burst. You know.
Yes. Let us know what you guys think about the whole like gacha outfits / like unique burst for those outfits, and whether or not you think this one specifically is worth the purchase.
Right.
That's our own thoughts on it anyways, so 6 for both of us. We're being a little bit generous in my opinion, but I mean, you know.
Yeah.
We'll move on to our next character, who is Epinel.
Won't be forgetting this one anytime soon.
You won't be forgetting this one anytime soon?
Won't be forgetting this one anytime soon.
That's what I'm hearing. Slow it down. That is also incredibly brief.
Yeah. Super short.
But I will correct myself because I've referred to her as a hacker previously. She's obviously a skateboarder, somebody who likes to shred, right? She's just kind of out on her hoverboard or whatever, just pulling off a trick. That's exactly what this animation is. I don't know if I'd call it like an ollie. I don't know what kind of trick she's trying to perform here. It seems like there's swirls going on, but she literally just like pops up in the air. Right? It's the ollie attack.
I think she's just trying to be cute on her hoverboard.
Yeah, death by ollie.
Yeah.
But,
dude, have you ever been hit in the shins by a skateboard? That hurts.
Yeah, it's it honestly is. It's pretty basic in my opinion, but I do like the fact that like they have the background with like the half pipe,
right?
And then they kind of got like the skate park like street lights out around, and then also the moon kind of like glowing down from above as well. The way that the clouds look like they're painted on and stuff like that too. It's really cool. But it's very basic.
Yeah.
I feel like it could have been definitely elevated a little bit more. But yeah, again, there's very minor particle effects at the end with like those kind of like stars or whatever, glitter that kind of like bursts off. Like
all the color schemes are wicked for her birth.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad.
No.
But it doesn't really quite do enough for me. I would honestly give this one probably a 5 as well. I feel like it is definitely in the same vein for my own opinion of like Admi. Same difference.
I would probably give this one a 4.
4?
Yeah.
Pretty basic, right?
Yeah, it's, you know.
Like I said, death by ollie.
Yeah,
yeah. So 4 from you, 5 from me. That's our ratings for Epinel. Let's move on to our next character, I got a feeling it's probably going to be a good one. Let's
Yeah.
check it out. It is Guilty.
No restraints. No mercy.
Badass, dude.
Good lord.
No restraints.
No restraints. No mercy.
Yes, sir.
Good lord. Oh my god, dude. Now that is a burst animation.
Yeah, she got bad intentions.
Holy shit. So you know, as I've explained to you before, she's a powerhouse. That's why she's in restraints.
Yep.
She's incredibly strong. If she touches you, she will literally cripple whatever limb or whatever she touches on you. Dude, she means business.
Right, yeah.
The way she just breaks those restraints and she's just like, yeah, I'm gonna lick my wrists. You know what's going down. the glint in her eyes. And then the way that like it just kind of shines on her collar too.
Yeah, she's so powerful, right? And this just shows how strong she is.
Dude, I love this animation. It tells so much in such a short amount of time, right? She's restrained in a padded room. You see the shatter of glass, the breaking of the chain.
Right.
You know that she is about to unleash all fury. And then after the chains break, you get the red like siren glow in the background and everything. So you know that they're like, high alert, look the hell out. She's breaking loose.
Yes.
She means business. And then the jiggle.
Come on.
That pose alone
Yes.
in the beginning, dude.
Yeah.
That's a 10 out of 10.
This was like an ultimate. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10.
That is a
It's
10 out of 10.
This is like an easy 10.
That is a 10 out of 10.
Straight up.
They even got like a little bit of like a lens flare and everything kind of going on there as well, right? Like with the lights.
Yeah.
Dude, I
That's
love
awesome,
that, man.
dude. Yeah.
Again, so much attention to detail. This is a 10 out of 10. By far. Easy. Far and away. Guilty. Guilty of a 10 out of 10 in my opinion.
Yeah. 10
Let's
out of
move
10.
on to our next character, who is
See?
Jackal.
Tear them apart.
She's badass too, man. That's so cool, dude.
Tear them apart.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Let's slow it
dude.
down. Dude. The lick. The snap.
Yeah.
The bite of the chain. It looks like there's like a feather or something that kind of pops up by the chain. No, wait, what are those? Are those like musical notes or something?
Oh.
What the heck is that? There's some kind of like signet. I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's
No
just
idea.
like the breaking of the chain links or something. Maybe
Oh,
they change
yeah,
a
it
different
could be,
color or something,
yeah,
right?
it could be just the chain links when they break. I think
Yeah,
that's what it is.
that's
yeah.
probably what it is. It looks really damn sick though,
does.
in my
It's
opinion,
awesome.
right? The look in her eye. But I like how she's just kind of like tasting the chain first, because if you know anything about Jackal, you know that she eats some weird shit. But it looks really damn cool.
She will eat anything. Yep.
Yeah, she has very powerful jaws, or teeth, I guess. Razor sharp, as you could tell by the pointiness of each and every single one of them.
Yep.
And then like, there's kind of like this like blue and pink aura or something that kind of like goes off behind her. And then you can also see like the light shining in from the window behind her. I like that. There's a lot to pick apart. Again, pretty brief in my opinion. But I definitely do dig this one.
Yeah, me too. 100%.
What are you thinking?
I would give this a 9.
A 9 out of
Yeah,
10?
dude, 100%.
I don't know if I'd go that high. I'd probably...
It's good, dude. It's good.
I mean...
It's that good.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I'd probably give it like a 7, 8-ish.
Really?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a 7. In my opinion, it's a 7. But you're gonna go with 9?
Oh yeah, 100%.
We got a Jackal fan
We got
here.
a Jackal. Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our next character, Julia.
This battle shall be my masterpiece.
This battle shall be my masterpiece.
This battle shall be my masterpiece.
You kind of hear a little bit of like the strings kind of
Yeah.
getting played there. It's pretty basic, right?
Very.
I mean, I don't really know what you could do outside of having her playing a violin. I mean, it's
Yeah.
kind of her weapon. It's
Right,
That's
right.
her thing.
Yes.
I definitely do like, again, the spotlight. Like, the spotlight's definitely on Julia. You get a little kind of like dust particles and stuff, which is stuff that you will see, obviously, if you do have spotlight on you. And then also you get the whole like burst of notes.
It's like she's playing a show, right?
Yeah,
That's
kind
the
of.
whole
But
point,
like
yeah.
all the notes just kind of like stream out of her
Right.
last chord, which I think is really damn cool. And then again that burst of energy or whatever. I believe she provides a buff. Correct me if I'm wrong down in the comments. I don't use Julia. I've maybe only used her once, and it was just for like a rate increase or whatever reward boost for one of the events. But I will say that it's not my favorite burst. I'd probably give it a 5.
I would give it a 5 as well.
5 as well?
Yeah, like 4 or 5. Yeah.
I do like the particle effects. I would probably give it a lower rating if there wasn't that burst of energy and then like the swirl of the notes.
Right, yeah.
Right?
I like the color scheme, but that's about it. Like outside of it, it's just super basic, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
It
it's
seems
a 5.
a lot. It seems pretty toned down. Yeah.
And you said a 5 as well?
Yeah.
So 5 for both of us, for Julia. Let's move on to Laplace.
Excuse me. Come on, everyone. Let's score one for the good guys.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I like that,
Yeah,
dude.
she's awesome.
Come on, everyone.
Come on,
Let's score
everyone.
one for
Let's
the
score
good
one
guys.
for the good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome.
All right, let's slow it down. So she transforms, right? You can see the mask just kind of like form around her face. You see the charge of the laser.
Yeah. Massive burst.
I like it.
I like it.
It is pretty basic, but it really showcases that powerful attack, right?
Yeah,
You
that's
know
right.
what's coming.
Yeah.
And after that burst goes off, you actually get to control a laser beam with her. She's actually a rocket launcher user, so normally you're just firing projectiles.
Right.
But the fact that you actually get to like charge a laser and aim it around and stuff,
Yeah,
that's
that's
really damn
awesome.
cool. But we're rating the burst, not the attack itself. I do like it. It is very basic. I do like the angle, like the perspective change. You kind of see her like bracing herself
Yeah, it's
before
awesome.
the laser actually goes off, and then the transition when the laser actually like fires
Yeah,
from
it's
the
a lot
cannon.
of small attention to detail, and it's awesome.
It's cool, and then again you have all like the electricity swirling around the beam and stuff too, right? It's really damn sick, but it's really basic.
Yeah. Yeah, so
It just gets the point across,
Yes,
I think,
yeah.
right? But I do like the mass forming as well. So you get to see the armor kind of like
I like the
transformation go
mask
off,
form,
right?
yeah.
What do you think of Laplace's burst?
I would give this a 6.
6?
Yep.
I'd give it a 7.
Yeah.
I know I said it's basic, but it's just the fact, again, the attention to detail with the mass, and you do still a little gleam on the edge of it or whatever, and then again, there's all the particle effects going on with the actual like laser beam,
It's like a
I kinda
super
like it.
clean burst.
and then the screen shaking as well
Yeah.
as you see it like charging too, right? So again, there's tiny little things, but I'd give it a 7. You'd
Yep.
go 6.
Yep.
That's our rating for Laplace. Let's move on to our next character,
Good guy.
crowd favorite in my opinion, Glitter.
Oh!
I actually pulled her 2 days ago.
She is
Got her on my team.
potentially one of the best buffers in the game, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Not really a whole lot going on there. It's just like a, ooh,
She's just howling to the dog.
right? The dog's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
Volt singing along with her.
Her and the dog are just howling. Yeah.
Again, very brief. Pretty damn cool, though. I will say
Yeah.
that much because her purpose in battle essentially is to increase your attack, and she also restores your cover meter.
Right.
So you see a little bit of that with this burst as well, with the kind of like caution tape going up behind her. Obviously, she's a part of like the Mighty Tools group, so she is mainly involved with construction and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you kind of see her just waving around the, I don't even know what you call it, like a baton or a flare or something. I don't know. Light.
It's like
I
a light
guess.
they use at the airport.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what they're called. Somebody let me know.
It's for directing stuff.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
like the fact that she makes the call and then Volt kind of like sings along with her.
Yeah,
You get
it's
a little
awesome.
bit of the dust and everything popping up initially. And then again, there's like a little bit of like noise or whatever kind of going off after Volt starts to howl. His eyes are flashing. You see the construction going on behind
it
him.
looks like she's a medic on a construction job. That's
And then,
what
like,
it looks like. Yeah.
The stars kind of bursting out there as well, right? I do like it. I think it's really damn cool. She is definitely one of my go-to characters in my party as well, so I'm a little bit biased on this, but it's not crazy. I'd give it a 6.
I would give this a 6 as well.
6?
Yeah. Yeah.
6 for Litter it is, I guess. Try harder next time, Litter.
Yeah.
Next character, Maxwell.
Max power. Go!
Holy shit.
Max power. Go!
Max power go.
Yep.
Why am I saying holy shit?
I can only imagine.
That is basic AF.
Yep.
Dude, literally
It seems
nothing
so
happens
short.
in that burst.
Nothing.
There's a
Bit of
little bit of electricity
and that's
charging
it.
up.
Yep.
You get almost like an explosion cloud or something, like a plume just kind of moving in.
It seems so short.
She's literally just reloading her gun.
That's it. Yeah.
There's a little burst of lightning, and she reloads. That's it.
She uses a sniper rifle.
This is an SSR character.
Wow.
And this is the burst that we get for her.
I guess
I don't know, man.
Kind of just showing off Missilis by the looks of it.
I know, but I mean,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, she's the mascot for Missilis.
That's a 3.
That is like, yeah. That's
a 3.
That's, I don't mean to lowball here, guys, but like, that is a 2-3. That is like nothing.
That is not a great burst.
This burst bumps up every other burst.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah,
it's pretty bad, and it's very brief.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of hope it would be, anyways, considering the fact it was literally just showing her reload her gun.
Yeah. If those jiggle physics weren't there, this would be a 1.
Yeah. So it's a 3 for both of us for Maxwell. Let's move on to one of our newer characters, who is Naga.
I want to preserve beautiful memories of my campus life.
So do I.
Yeah,
I want to preserve beautiful memories of my campus life.
Been a long time since I've been in school.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say here. But that's one hell of a burst.
Yeah. Yep. We just rate it and run.
What does she have in her mouth? It looks like is that a hairband or something?
I think so.
It looks like a hairband.
Yeah. Yeah. It's for her hair.
Not a whole lot going on though. Now that I have it slowed down and I'm looking at it, I think realistically,
they're just showing her
it's just
off.
a cleavage shot. That's all it is.
Yeah, they're just showing her off. Yeah.
It's exactly what this burst animation is.
Yeah.
It's a cleavage shot, and it's like, okay, here's a hairband.
New character, show her off. That's what we do.
I do like the lens flare a little bit, because it kind of like changes as the camera like
floor
pans.
Turns purple when she's out of her burst, which is super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, because I believe that she is also another character that recovers your cover HP.
Okay.
So she is a support unit. I probably should take that into account. I don't know, man. I don't know. If I had to give it an honest rating, it's a 4. I think it's a 4. Aesthetics aside. Obvious camera angle aside.
Yeah.
It's a 4.
I would give it a 5.
You give it a 5?
Yeah.
So you think it's middle of the road?
Middle of the road,
you know
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
With the high 5 with Admi's as well. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I'm still going to stick with the 4, just because that's the rating I give it. You're going to go 5. 4, 5, Naga. Move on to our next character, who is one of my OG favorites, in my opinion. It is Pepper.
Reloading. Vitamins recharged. I can do it.
Vitamins recharge.
Vitamins recharged. I can do it.
I can do this? Or I can do it?
She got her clothes back on in her burst.
Yeah, but don't mind the bikini. I mean, that's the summer outfit that I made sure that I picked up.
Hey, summer's over, man. Summer's over. Winter's coming.
I'm a man of culture, okay? I'm a man of culture is all I'll say.
Yeah.
Anime games. Anyways, the burst. So, she's obviously got, like, what is it called? The EKG?
Yeah.
That's what it is, right?
Yeah.
And she's just kind of, like, moving around a little bit. Charging them up, I guess, right? Ready to give somebody the clear.
She's trying to revive somebody, yeah.
Right? She's going to resuscitate.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot going on outside of that. Like, the graphs aren't even moving in the background. That's kind of weird.
That's weird, yeah.
I would think that would probably be animated in any other burst, in my opinion. So it's really just focusing on the EKG machine, and she's kind of just doing her thing, I guess. A little glint in her eye, a little, like, wind or like, I don't know what you want to call it. There's something that moves around on the corners of the screen. I guess it's just pretty much the make sure that you know there's action going on there somehow.
Right.
But this is pretty basic in my opinion.
Yeah, super basic.
She is a support unit, a healer.
This is not even middle of the road. This is just...
Yeah, I'd honestly go with a 3 again for this one, in my opinion.
I'll give it a 4.
4?
Yeah.
3 for me, 4 for you. Next character, Quincy.
At long last, I'm gonna escape.
Whoa.
Good lord!
Yes, her!
I'm gonna escape.
At long last, I'm gonna escape. So you kind of see her like breaking out of the sewer, right?
Yep.
She is an escape artist. Something you should know about her background. I'm sure I've already explained that to you, but I do like the way that you just see her hand just like kind of pop off that like
It's super cool.
manhole cover or whatever, right? The lid, and you just kind of see the rain just kind of pouring down around her, and then all the water just kind of like flowing back down into the sewer where she escaped from.
It looks like she gets caught at the end.
Yeah, I think that's what the light is.
Yeah,
right?
she's like, oh no, yeah.
Yeah, finally I'm in here. Ah shit, I'm busted.
Exactly. Yeah.
I do like that comedic effect to it.
It's great. This is like a great animation though. There's a lot going on here. It's awesome.
Jiggle physics aside.
Yeah, aside from that.
Obvious camera angles aside.
But like the red eyes, like the glow that come out of the sewer, and then she just pops out. She's like, I'm free. Then she gets caught. Like,
yeah, like she's very maniacal, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah, that's so good, dude.
It is, yeah. Honestly, for me, that's another 10 out of 10.
It is.
That's a 10 out of 10.
100%.
Comedic effect is massive with me, and I think that is a 10 out of 10.
There's a lot of detail, like attention gone into that one.
It is a beautiful animation.
It is. It's awesome, dude.
Again, with all the, like the sparkling effects and everything in the background.
If you're gonna pay for something, this is the kind of content you want. This is amazing.
It's true.
Yeah.
But she's absolutely free. So
that's
I mean,
what I'm saying. Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, compare that to something like Drake Villain Racer.
Yeah.
Which could potentially cost you upwards of $80, possibly even over $100, depending on what your currency's worth, or more, or less.
And this is free. But this is free. Yes, exactly.
This is a much better animation. No, she's not as useful, but I mean, it's pretty damn sick burst animation, in my opinion. It's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
We're going to move on to a special character next. Somebody that belongs with Missilis, but is not actually in the main game. She was introduced as a event character.
Okay.
So that's something to take into account here. This is definitely a joke type character. Moving on to Shifty.
Can't handle a minigun. Her burst is massive,
Oh, man.
She's
Shifty,
literally shooting a pistol.
Shifty is like your assist character that kind of like helps you throughout the main story. I'm sure you've encountered her. She gives you advice at certain points throughout the story. But she was introduced as part of the April Fool's event that happened last year. And or actually earlier this year, I guess, not last year. But yeah, so that is a pretty damn sick burst animation in my opinion.
Yeah.
I love the fact that, again, the minigun is like way too big for her.
Yeah.
And she's just like, shit.
Yeah.
What do I do?
That is insane. It's so cool.
And the best part about it is that you can see that she's terrified as she's trying to like control this massive gun, and her aim gets significantly like worse.
Yeah.
When you use it, it makes her aim like so sporadic.
That is hilarious.
And her accuracy just goes out the window.
Right.
It's awful. But dude, I love that burst. In my opinion, that's another 10 out of 10.
That is a great burst. It's hilarious. I wouldn't give it a 10. I would give it a 9.
A 9?
Yeah, it's so close. But I get that you are like, you know so much more about this game. So like,
I'm diehard. I was there for the event, and when I got to see that we could
right.
actually control Shifty, I was like, "Holy crap!" And then I'm playing along with her.
Yeah.
I'm using her pistol. I'm like, "Okay, this is pretty cool." I activate the burst. I'm like, "Holy shit, she's got a minigun!" And then immediately, I'm like, "I can't hit anything.
I can't hit nothing,
what is going on? I can't hit anything."
Comedic
it's
relief.
super comical, but at the same time, like if you know when it comes to Shifty. And it's just one of those things. You see the sweat just pouring down her face.
Right.
She's absolutely terrified, right? I love it. I absolutely love it. So 10 for me, 9 for Jordan. Let's move on to our next character, Sin.
Can I take something to say? Want to hear it?
What does she say?
Can I take something to say? Want to hear it?
I don't know what it says because she's got her mask on.
Want to hear it?
Something about interrupt? I don't know. Possibly. again, let us know.
It's so dark.
It's very
awesome.
hard to hear her. That's my only complaint. But dude,
Yeah.
the animation quality on this verse alone.
So good.
You get the glitching, you get that swirl in her eyes, it kind of just like zooms right into it. You're kind of like hypnotized, right? She's very manipulative, and that's why she wears that mask, because if she speaks, you're gonna listen. She'll make you listen. And I like the fact that she kind of takes off the mask. You can see that indication by that like evil grin, right?
Yeah, it's like gas coming over her mouth. There's like a purple gas. Like that little bit of detail there.
Yeah. Oh, I love that,
good.
man. It's so damn good because it really just focuses on her.
Right.
And it's a zoom in of her face. Everything starts glitching. You get, again, the gas coming into the mask. You get to see that swirl in her eye, the highlight of her mouth, a little bit of that exhale. You know that, man, I'm screwed.
Yeah.
I'm screwed.
Yeah.
She's taking control. I'm out of luck. Hopefully she gives me some good points, so I'll say that much, because you guys know how her point system works if you've done any of the rehabilitation with Sin. Again, aesthetically, one of my most favorite characters. She's so damn cool. I love this burst.
Me too.
That's a 10 out of 10.
That's a 10 out of 10. 100%. Easy
Such
10.
An awesome burst, man. I love Sin. I just wish she was more useful. God, I really wish she was more useful.
Yep.
Anyways, let's move on to another character that I do not currently have access to. I was hoping to recruit her by the time that I recorded this video with you, but we'll move on to the next one, and we'll just view what they had available on Twitter. Hopefully, we can hear what she says in her burst, but we'll move on to Tia. Something about your eyes wandering?
Sounds like it.
She thick.
Yep.
I'll say it. I'll just say it. She thick.
She is.
That's
why she's saying her eyes wandered. Mine did.
Well, I'm
not gonna lie.
You know.
Yeah.
Stuff's kind of bursting at the seams there.
Yeah.
But in terms of overall animation, you see a little bit of like, it almost seems like a camera looking at her, and it kind of like arcs out a little bit or something. Or it's not getting enough power. Why it looks a little bit? It looks a little grainy, like low light or something.
Yeah, it's
right?
not a whole lot of animation going on. It's literally just a camera angle looking at it.
I wonder if that's why she's saying something about like your eyes wandering, because maybe she knows she's being like recorded or something, right?
Oh, okay.
Possibly. That's what I'm thinking. Again,
I think she winks at you.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I think she winks.
Yeah,
at
it's
the end
almost
of
like
that.
she kind of knows somebody's watching her. Maybe, I don't know. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting it from it, at least. But it's very basic.
Yeah.
Obviously, outside of the aesthetic, what's on the eye candy menu here?
Right.
It's fairly basic.
She does wink at you.
She does.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
I would still give it the same as Naga, which I believe I gave it was either a 4 or a 5, but I'm giving Tia a 4.
I would give it a 5.
You'd give it a 5?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go 4 for me, 5 for Jordan. That's our rating for Tia. Let's move on to our last Missilis character. As of recording this, it is Uni.
I'm coming. Looking forward to this. I'll be with you until the very end.
Holy moly!
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this to the very end.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
The transition,
All those
zoom
chains,
out, the cracking of the whip, the flash, the glint in the eye, the chains all over the place.
That's wild, dude.
She is ready to dominate.
Yeah, this one's awesome.
That is a great burst animation.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot going on here.
I love it.
I do too.
What do you think?
Great burst.
If you had to give this a rating, what would you think?
I would give this a 10.
A 10?
Yeah, easy. 100%.
There's definitely a lot of motion as well, and then there's also stuff going on in the background. Like you kind of see like the dust clouds kind of parting and settling there as well.
Her eye goes pink, and then all those chains come out pink, and then wrap around all the enemies.
I like it because it's very Uni. Like this is what her character is about, right? She's a dominatrix of sorts. She's literally looking down on you too, right?
Yes.
So you'd give it a 10?
I would give it a 10.
I'll give it a 9. because I think that probably could be a little bit better, but I'll give it a 9. It's a 10 for Jordan.
Yeah.
So, those are all of our ratings for the Missilis Company in Goddess of Victory, NIKKE. Oh, man. Those were some awesome verses in my opinion.
Those were great, too.
There was a few 10 out of 10s out of there, and honestly, like, Missilis is one of those companies currently in the game that I don't think gets enough love. Like, obviously, they're mainly a lot of, like, support units and stuff like that. There's not a whole lot of attackers from what we could see. But I will say that they definitely have some of the best animated bursts that we've seen thus far.
Right, yeah.
We will continue on, obviously, in the future with Tetra, Pilgrim, Abnormal. And if you guys do want to see those videos, let us know down in the comments below. And you can also let us know by giving the video a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel. We'd appreciate it very, very much. But that is going to currently do it for our ratings for all of the Missilis Company burst animations. Let us know if you guys agree or disagree with any of our takes down in the comments below, and we will get back to you. But we are going to call it a night for now, and we will end up coming back with Tetra more than likely next time. So if you guys want to see Jordan as well, again, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, and that's how you can let me know. I'll bring him back for another one.
Oh, yeah. I'll be
Anyways, that's going to do it for us. So we'll see you all for the next one. Take care. Peace.